What's up, guys? It's your boy Jimmick here, coming at you with another deck tech. This is Trick-NAUGHT Dreadnought list, mono blue. So the inspiration for this list comes from a couple of people. The first person that put together, like, Faggots Dreadnought and like Renegade Doppelganger and Trick-NAUGHT was Trestles. It was like a blue-black deck. It's actually pretty sweet. They had like Sundial of the Infinite, really cool. But yeah, they had like Hunted Horror and Dreadnought and Trick, and to make use of like Trick-Bind, so you can like kind of get rid of these like nasty enter the battlefield effects for like a nice cool creature like Dreadnought or Hunted Horror. And then another user, I'm gonna say his name wrong, Zukinov. Zukinov? Yeah, okay. So they started playing this mono blue list with some success, and it was pretty sweet. So I decided to take it for a whirl, kind of put my own spin on it. So let's see what we got here. I kept all the creatures here. Terramander, pretty good with all the kind of random spells you're playing. Obviously, you need the Dreadnought. Dreadnought's just a really cool card. If you watched the Ominous Good video, which is on this YouTube channel as well, this guy's really powerful, especially when you Trick Bind it on turn 2 or 3. This deck would be like turn 3. They're just playing mono blue, but 12/12 Trampler for 3, or on turn 3 is pretty decent. It's good. It also gets around a lot of different random things. It being colorless, so things like Story Circle can't beat it, or like Pro Creatures. That's a pretty solid card for the most part. It does need like help to like make it good, but for the most part, it's pretty good. Help also in the form of Renegade Doppelganger. If you just have a Doppelganger on turn 2 and turn 3, you drop this guy down. Maybe you Trick Bind it, maybe not. If it just goes to the graveyard, you make a 12/12, you swing in, getting a bunch of damage. That's pretty cool. Tempest Jin, because why not? You're playing a bunch of islands, and this is a pretty good guy, also to copy with Doppelganger. This is probably one of the worst cards in your list, but you can kind of make it go with a couple random things. Opt and Peak, just kind of like card drawing spells. Really low in land count, only 20 lands, so I kind of like Peak because it's kind of a way to make sure the coast is clear for like a Doppelganger to come in. Maybe they have like a burst lightning or something. You don't want to like run into that. You have things like Dive Down, which is kind of like a one-mana counter spell to protect your little creatures. But Peak is kind of okay. It could probably be just like a better 2-mana card drawing spell. Not really sure. Unsummon is another cheeky thing you can do with like Dreadnought. Is that if you pick a Doppelganger in play and you play a Dreadnought, you can just unsummon your Dreadnought with its own trigger in the stack, so you get another attack in. So you can kind of crash in for trouble. Also, it's just a randomly good card, I think, in this format right now. Things like Reanimator is like really fast, so like it helps you beat out like a turn 1 situation if you're on the play, of course. Well, if you're on the draw, that's not that bad either. Unless it's a Sire of Insanity, then you're just kind of like boned. But that happens, But I think Unsummon's pretty good. It's a good like tempo card. Memory Lapse, Memory Leak, just like good counter spells. I'm not really sure which spell. I only want like 7 counter spells, maybe 8. I'll figure that out after the end of this, but I really like Memory Lapse a lot. I think it's a better like late game counter spell. So mainly, I only have 3 for the early game. Trick Bind, of course, goes with Dreadnought. You can Trick Bind all sorts of things. Let's see, Aetherling. I don't know if people play Aetherling, but you can Trick Bind like an Aetherling thing. Story Circle, a Storm Trigger off Tenos of Agony. A Lightning Rift activation, any sort of activated ability, really. Fetch lands. People play like Floodplains, Bad Rivers, so you could just Trick Bind that, and you just don't right now. It's pretty great. Dizzy Spell, just kind of a one-up here. It's a Transmute card. It helps you get the Dreadnought, which is kind of like the point of your deck. Also, you have a ton of these 1-mana spells that are pretty good in some situations. So I think I just like having a random tutor effect. I think the big thing is like, hey, I need to find this Dreadnought. This card just gets it for 3. Sideboard here, Cerulean Drake for mono red. Undo is kind of my pseudo wrath effect for like stuff like zombies or like non-haste based aggro. Could be okay, I don't know, it might be a bit slow. Next round summon, or like I said, those kind of aggro decks. Some aggro decks, like I think it's good against Reanimator as well, like I mentioned earlier. Which Soul Guide Lantern a full 4 of here. Negates just for like counterspell decks. And Whirlwind Denials, pretty sweet card for against Storm. Every trigger has to get countered here for 4, so that kind of just like wipes that up. I would like to play Summoned Special, but I think 4 is just too much for this deck. So I'm gonna play in a league today, 5 rounds. I will also mention this is gonna be the last deck tech for this season. Season 17 is coming right around the corner, so this will be the last deck tech. So if you want to check out any of the other deck techs, it's in this playlist here, in the Season 16 deck techs. So let's just get going. Let's see how this deck performs. Alright, run one with the Penny Dreadful. I tried to play this deck in a tournament, and then like my power went out. I had like a really bad thunderstorm. It doesn't all again. So I'm actually really like disappointed that I couldn't play it. I think that's the reason why I'm actually making this deck just so I can try to play the deck. I'm gonna play. I want to keep this. I don't know why. I don't know if going to 5 is any good. I don't think this deck particularly mulligans well. I'm gonna go to 5. Guess I'll keep. I say to the mulligan one because like there's not like much selection deck, so you can't just like take what you're given. Right. The Dream Draw I think would be like a doppelganger into this, or even a Trick Bind would be fine too. Oh god, this is a mirror. I think this is a mirror. I feel like it could be a mirror. Offer the trade. Okay, maybe not. I guess we're just like some like blue-white tempo list with like staggering insight maybe. Did that before. Blacko. That was a sweet list, honestly. I play a lot of lists where like I do really well with them and then I never touch them again. I feel like just winning a tournament is like the swan song of a deck for me. Like that's it. That's all I got. Alright, here's my doppelganger. Which probably will get mana leaked here. I could have like I could wait a turn. Okay. I should have just waited a turn. I really don't have anything going on. Like say I draw like a Tempest Djinn or something. That's gonna get like mana leaked as well. Okay, I can drop this, I guess. This could get mana leaked, and that would suck if this gets mana because then I couldn't trick bind this. Trick bind can't be countered at split second. But it could get bounced. Definitely could get bounced. Which is why I think I really wanted this like doppelganger to resolve. What is this? Season 15? What is this? It's still good. It's still pretty good, especially in this spot. I also have unsummons, so at the end of the world. Paired with islands. I'm not gonna play the island. I already know I have to trick the Dreadnought, so I don't want to like pose any more random information. Although it doesn't matter. I mean, the onus is on me, right? Sometimes like these kind of plays, like oh, just gotta hold your lands and take a look. You have something, but then if you like do something, if they do something, and then you attack, then you should know that they don't. Your opponent doesn't have anything to do. Like super great. I think in this scenario, I don't know. They really could just have this like creature they could use here. They yield that. Take a look. Dive down, dive down. Man, this is just my deck from last. It really is. There's the unsummon, but there's double dive down in the hand. Can't even counter both of them. get deposed or deployed. Yeah, I like not giving up, but at the same time, there's like I can kind of see the writing on the wall here. See it. All right, so blue white tempo here. Summon. How about undo? The fact that undo is like a sorcery is like really bad. It's like lifeline base. But undo as a sorcery is kind of rough for this matchup. They also play unsummon, so like Dreadnought's like really like actively not great. Somehow they're on the unsummon. I think unsummon's just like really good, or just like one mana bounce spells. I think they could be really good. I'm not trying to do. I think I just need like something. If they don't have like staggering insights, that kind of like flames out a bit. So I am taking out all the peaks though. It's a little low. Hard draw. I have the opt. Actually, they're really good on the draw islands. Good. Like raw draw an island. I think it's wrong. Otherwise, the Terminator is gonna go all the way. All the way. God. The young god. I guess I have a trick bind, so I might as well. If they hold up any sort of mana though, it's just kind of rough. I could definitely play as like, aggro control strategy with this commander. Just sit on my mana leaks, kind of hang out, do anything. But neither is my opponent. It's a really low clock. Beat guard mate. And hopefully I draw an island for this Dreadnought. Alright, we'll just chug away. This is really a season 15 matchup. Mono blue tempo against blue white. This is a season. We just went backwards. I don't want to play anything. I think like the strength of my hand is just sitting on my mana leaks. I want to discard this trick bind. I'm gonna do something. I guess that's alright. So this is an obvious what's gonna happen. I could mana leak this, make them pay the 3, and then on my turn just unsummon it. I think it's like the play. It just taps them out. The mana leaks are getting way worse. So if anything, it just like makes them use mana. Okay, they didn't have to do that, as they had 3 mana to pay for it, so I don't understand that. But thank you, I do appreciate that. I need all the help I can get. They had 3 mana to pay for the mana leak. I think sometimes you have just like snap reaction, but like I gotta counter this. So alright, these things are pretty primed to flip soon. I have 5 cards in my graveyard, 1 more land. I can actually do this, or just kind of like use a spell, another mana leak. We'll just start doing. I have a dizzy spell too, but drop this. See what happens. Of course, I could have another unsummon. It's not a big deal. But this also puts 6 cards in my graveyard for Terramander flipping. So good. I don't have the dive down counter magic too, but you know, it is. Actually, I'm to a decent spot. My opponent doesn't have any more like card made. Dive down. It is gonna suck if they have a stagger inside here to get an extra card, but I have another unsummon. I can start dizzy spelling for like unsummons or whatever. Bold attack, as I now have like a bunch of monsters. They actually have a ton of. They kind of flooded a bit, so they can kind of. It's 5, okay. Mine are 1 now. I get on the aggressive here. Or I have an unsummon. Also have a dizzy spell to find another unsummon. They have to spend like 5 mana to trade with this. Also could trick bind the adapt trigger, which is really funny. Again, it's just a way for them to spend mana. Gonna mana leak this. They can mana leak back, it would save them a mana. This time they remember the pay. But it means they can't like adapt it. This is the part I didn't like about this deck, is that like some of these dreadnoughts just don't do anything. You really need like another random enabler. I wonder if I should like Dizzy Spell for something. I think I just want to get like an unsummon. Or I can get another Terramander. It's pretty good too, actually. Terramander in play. They're just like 5/5 dragons at this point. They're just like huge monsters. He can only really, let's see how many instances. So they each cost like 5 to adapt. Like I get a trade here. It would be really good here in Undo. Actually, in this spot, Undo would be not bad. They could have like a mana leak or something, but Undo would be pretty boss. Okay. They could stagger inside one of these things, get a lifelink. That'd be a lot. Um, but I could definitely like. I think I can afford a trade here. Like trade this off. This like just chumps because this is a lethal attack. Worms chant. Um, at least they could like now they bolster their defense a little bit. They can adapt another Terramander here for 4 now. But it's just like a big trade-off factory. I don't really mind. I don't know. I don't know if I really mind that. Their Orum's chance. Just buying some time. Plays. I turn adapt. Because you can still activate abilities. Wow, a lot of lands. So do I. Kind of at that stage of the game. Neither deck really is really great at card drawing, like card selection. That like like for them these second sets are like these neutralizes and I'm swinging here. Oh, we have the pose deploy. That's pretty good. Just drawing monsters now. 7-4. Sure. I demands an answer too now. To play an island. Doesn't really matter. It doesn't really like, change the clock any. It does. It just kind of flooded a bit. Couple Orm's chance. Good there, no. Maybe I just bring in a couple of negates now. Negate is pretty good. It's like the pose deploy. It's like random war counter magic. Maybe I do want like a bunch of negates. It helps to protect my creatures as well. Yeah, really have only room for 2. I can trick bind a lot of things. I just really can trick bind their adapt triggers. That's kind of really funny. I don't like dive down as much. It's kind of good in those clutch situations though, where you have like a doppelganger and like the Word of Undoing is just really good. Really good against me. Memory lapse might be a little lacking, so I might just go that one. Again, it's a bit more like I don't know. It's situational, but I think in the long run I might want negate over memory lapse in this matchup. Negate also is better at protecting my threats. I think. I don't know. This hand's alright. I can keep. On the draw, it doesn't seem too bad. Full mana leaks. Good start. Opt is like the kind of like the weird glue that holds us all together. I'm already thinking that I hate Peak, but it it seemed okay in theory. That island. I have a Tempest Jin in my hand. Oh god, no, 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 no. That's fine. I wanted to counter a Fairy Vandal. I can't do that. So there's kind of a part here where it's like I try to unsummon this thing just to bait a counterspell, um, and then I could try to like run out my Jin. I think it just like takes it. And otherwise, I could just like Mantle Leak the. Oh wait, now. What? But again, I could still use my Mantle Leak offensively in this situation, so I just go for the Mantle Leak here. If they counter it or if they pay the 3. Okay, again they neutralized it. I don't understand. Well, it's okay. This is fine. You just put cards in your graveyard for Charmander. So honestly, that's not bad. But it's just really awkward. I think to like see a mana leak and then like have like a 3 mana answer to it when you could just pay the 3 and hold that neutralize for something else. So like I'm only trying to help them justify it, but it's really funny to see. I think it's really funny. Sure. Okay, they have a dive down here. They're amazing. Where is dive down? This is fine. I can just Dizzy Spell for another unsummon. I mean, I'll get a little bit out of this. The end of the world. Also, we just play the Jin back. But then they have a big idiot, so. They lose an insight, which is like the important part. It is a 5/5. It's big. Might be a race, but I mean, I have a Dreadnought here to kind of help me with that race. I could have made like right back. Unsummon 2 would be pretty great. Yeah, sure. Yeah, get in. I can. The Vandal, I guess? Or the Pose. Okay. Nice little tempo play. But I do kind of have lethal if they try to attack. Unless they have like a deploy. Oh no. This is kind of awkward because I kind of want to put the Jin and the Dreadnought out. The pose could be really bad against or good against me here. There's a trick behind. The real question is, do I try to kill them? It looks like it's just gonna depose the Dreadnought. A lot of damage. You can't really deploy because it has trample. I think you just kind of depose. Because you gotta tap the flyer. So if he has the deploy, then I die. Or Vandal, that's good too. Yeah. Got nothing here. It was that or the Jin. Yeah. I guess I tried to go for the win. I think the trick bind just kind of like baited me into doing that. Doing the trick bind. That's fine. Maybe a little different than the Jin. Doesn't seem like they had a counter spell there, but let's see. They depose a guy, they attack. I don't know. I could have maybe like waited a turn or two. Let's fly. Did I get it? Oh, I did. Awesome. Okay. Cool. At least I killed the fly. Alright, got a match with their Penny Dreadful Mono Blue Trick Bind deck. Actually, funny. I joined the match earlier that they were AFK, but I was just talking about things, but I hadn't really hit the start streaming button instead of start recording button, which is so funny. They're right next to each other. I've never done that. So someone watched like a 10-second, a 2-minute stream of me just like talking to myself, and I ended up, they were AFK. I'm gonna keep this hand, by the way. It's just really funny to think about that. So we were there for the 2-minute stream of me just talking to myself. It's really, I mean, aren't all streams when you just talk to yourself? Alright, Mono Red, this could be a little rough. We'll see. Tempest Gen's pretty big, though. Kind of a good guy. It's actually a pretty decent hand. I can Mana Leak the 2-drop here. Take this damage. It could be like a Stormblood, something like that. Like I said, the Gen's kind of hard to beat. It's a 3/4, so it requires like 2 spells to kill it for the most part. Actually, wait, I'm gonna draw. What am I thinking? Okay, ooh. Okay, so just a big unsummon here. So they missed a land drop. So now I get the like I get just the Mana Leak the 2/1. And now all of a sudden, like, I'm in business. I play this Jin, like, if they miss another land drop, it's gonna be game. Like, yeah, this gets Mana Leaked, sure. I think it's a really good Mana Leak because also they didn't play another card on their second turn where they had the 1 mountain. I mean, they could have drawn 8, but I think this Jin's gonna do some work here. Like, Earthshaker can't really break this up. It's 3/4, so the power, other Shaker's power is a little too small. I'm I'm looking for another island. Perhaps is actually pretty good. I want to keep hold up laps for forever. I could totally race this. I think. Their growth is a bit stunted by their land drops here. And I haven't done another on someone for a big tempo play. An encampment. Not bad. Nothing happens at just peak. I could kind of plan ahead. The lapse is like probably Pyromancer? Yeah, that's fine too. Okay, very low to the ground, sort of mono red deck. The island's pretty great. This Terramander. I can also trick bind the what do you call it? The enters the battlefield effect. So I might actually do that, honestly. Although I understand like Dreadnought is like one of the biggest cards against this matchup. I think that's what makes this matchup actually really reasonable. Is that I can play it for actually Dreadnought. 12-12 is like really hard to beat. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna trick bind the trigger here. And then I can like bounce the Earthshaker. And I think I could like flip this. Okay, they're gonna burst. They can't really do anything on this turn because it's split second. They can't really like do anything while this card's on the stack. Yeah, you gotta wait to kill this Pteramander. I want to actually unsummon my own Pteramander here. I think I actually will just unsummon this guy. I'll take the 2, not a big deal. But I think like next turn I have like a 5/5, basically. Yeah, I see no need to like leave this back, I think. I think I'm in a really high life total. Also I could just peek on my opponent. You can try to find another island here. Ooh. Double Hellrider, Chain Like Incinerate, okay. Alright, I do have like a flying offense here, so this is actually pretty decent. My hand's pretty decent. I can kind of kill 2 things, especially with the Incinerate here, so I definitely want to flip one now. Dizzy Spell can find another unsummon, but they can't really block. So they either gotta like take out one thing here, or take out the Djinn. I think they're just kind of dead either way. Unless they draw another burn spell here. Okay, 4 mana. So they drew a land, so I think they're just functionally dead. They can't really kill 2 things without me actually like forcing a block. I'm not going to block, because I'm at 14. I kind of know exactly what's happening here. So I think this is just game. Like, they attack me with the Hellrider, then they're tapped out, and they can't really do anything. I know exactly what's happening. So, okay. I was kind of hating on Peak on the first round, but I like Peak now. Like, when you have, like, perfect information, it's pretty great. Look, if they go for the Incinerate, like I said, I just don't block. I just don't have to block here. Still 9 in the air as the board state stands. Like, I'm just gonna F6. I don't have to do anything. I can't do anything. I'm not gonna block. I'm just not gonna do anything. I'm gonna talk. There you go. I talked. It's funny when you say I'm not gonna talk, and then you talk to say that. Game 2. I'm gonna bring in that negate, but I'm gonna bring in the Drakes and probably the extra unsummon. Pretty good against Hellrider, I think. Much as I like, I don't really think I need lapses in this matchup. Dive downs are not bad. They kind of give your guy big toughness, so you kind of don't have to like trade. But I think the Drakes are gonna be really good. Lapses are kind of bad against like haste creatures, so I don't really need it. I like the mana leak still. I felt pretty lucky to win a game 1. I think they just missed the land drop and it kind of like hurt them. Pretty bad. Like, I actually don't know how they stop a Drake. A lot of decks aren't really. Okay, so this spell can get the 12/12. I can kind of like unsummon my way through first couple turns. I'm gonna keep this hand just to try out Dizzy Spell. Ooh, that's a good start. Top 2, I could actually just find the Dreadnought. Or maybe a Cerulean Drake. If this is a haste guy, I probably just won't bother unsummoning. That. I think I'd rather just take the opt for now. Peak is not bad. Bottom that though. Alright, I found the Drake. As expected, I found the Drake. This is gonna buy me so much time. I have double trick bind for just random stuff. I don't know. Trick bind's a pretty good card. Okay, definitely get a dizzy spell for the Dreadnought. That's why I really like dizzy spell. I really like this card. It's got a lot of utility to it. Also, the card in itself is not bad, so it's like a little mini fog. Yeah, I don't know how they beat this right now. I mean, they could definitely overwhelm the Drake, but it's definitely going to buy me a lot of time. So I can set up my 12-12 play. Okay. Can't target the Cerulean Drake. Protected from red, so the other guy can't block. Or your own creature. One way you could kill it is by just kind of like overwhelming or getting around the Cerulean Drake by just overwhelming it. You can just kind of throw your creatures up here. I don't know if that's the greatest plan, but there's definitely a plan you can make. Transmute's a sorcery, so you have to do it on your turn. It has a sword. I'm going to get the Dreadnought here. Like I said, a big 12-12 Trampler is really hard to deal with for these mono red decks. Unless they actually like literally are packing smelts or like Smash Smithereens, if they actually know what's going on. It's gonna be a Hellrider turn. They actually did a pretty good draw. This was a very good draw for my opponent. I think what I'm gonna do is just block an Earthshaker. If they attack with everyone, they should kind of attack with everyone, I think. I can also unsummon this Hellrider if I feel like next turn I'll have like 4 mana up. Yeah, I definitely gotta block the Earthshaker just to get one creature off the field. Hellrider's kind of at its best when they have a lot of bodies on the field. Another Hellrider would be really annoying. I will agree. I can't trick bind every Hellrider counter, which is kind of annoying. Okay, kind of on the back foot still, but like I could let the Hellrider come in honestly, but I think I'd just rather unsummon a bunch. Try to get in with the Drake or just the Dreadnought twice. This is a good sign for me. So they move to the attack step. I just get to like crash right in or just unsummon. Now they can't recast the Hellrider. This guy's getting in for sure. 100% getting in. On this board, yeah, absolutely. And I have like a really good tempo play. That's why unsummon's so good. Alright, Dome Me, Firebolt, I like that. Attack. If it comes to it, I can actually trick bind the Fire Satyr thing, Fire Drinker Satyr trigger. I could trick bind this if that comes down to it. I still have this unsummoned, so if they tap out for the attack here, I think I'm good. Well, if they go for this, I just trick bind that. Really great. Okay. Looks like they're tapping out. Attack step, bounce this guy again. And this should be game, honestly. The 12-12 was too hard to beat. I can't lose at this point. Thing does trample. This guy cannot block it. Yeah, so that's just game. Unsummoning is great. Dizzy spell is great. Alright, got another match with the pretty dreadful mono blue TRICK-NAUGHT deck. Trick Bind, Xerxes Dreadnought. Sure, I can try this. Look for the trick bind somewhere or something to do with the dreadnought. The opt. A couple memory lapses to kind of buy some time. So far, my favorite card's been Unsummoned, though. I think Unsummoned's really decent right now. Sylvan Echoes. Whenever you clash, you draw a card. Clash and win. Okay, interesting. I've actually seen this card. I was like looking at like random card drawing engines. I saw this. I'm like, okay. Card advantage might be real. I guess I never really looked into it further because I never looked at Clash as a card or archetype or ability I want to build around. Because I never really played this time. Like when Clash was like a thing. Like I didn't play it during Lorwyn Block, Shadowmoor or whatever. I don't really like. I'm not really familiar with the cards. The Scry is pretty good with Clash. See what they Scry. They put a card on top of the library. Red Green Clash. I don't know what can happen to me. I found the trick bind. Okay. Here we go. Doing the thing. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. So if I get to untap, I have a lot of protection for this 12/12 to dive down the triple counter spell here. Exactly the kind of game you want to play. You get your thing down, and then you protect it. Excuse me. Very aggro control style. Protect the queen, as I like to call it. Fire Juggler. Was blocked, clash with an opponent. Okay. Well, I'm not blocking, I'm always attacking here. I'm literally just gonna keep attacking. Not much can stop a 12/12 Trampler. I have multiple counterspell backup here. Yeah, I don't know if this is a good card. I'm not really sure. I mean, it's not bad. It's kind of hard to like block, I guess, if you win clashes all the time. Yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to deal with it. I just found the trick bind, but you know, a couple draw spells will do that. So they're like red green, sort of like creatures, I guess, with clash. They play two spells. I don't know really how to like evaluate this deck yet. I'm gonna cut a dive down for an unsummon. See how that goes. Undo might be okay. I'm not really sure, so I'm just gonna like roll with this. Not gonna like do much until I figure out some more. I want to try out Void Snare too. Void Snare is another unsummon ability, but I think unsummon's permanent. Pretty sure that's legal. I wanna. It's only sorcery speed though. Um, and it's a 1 mana spell, so I can find it with a Dizzy spell. Yeah, I might try a Void Snare, 1 or 2 out somewhere. Yeah, I don't really know what to expect because I literally don't know what Clash creatures do. I actually have no idea about what Clash creatures actually do. Yeah, I have another Dreadnought, and I can find some things. Peek to kind of draw some cards. Kind of figure out what's happening. Let me see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Fire Juggler. Okay. Nemesis Immortals. Untitled Trap. Okay, a lot of stuff. What's Untitled Trap do again? It's like you have to like attack with a creature or something like that. Oh, okay. Okay, so they don't really have anything to actually. They can play the Juggler, I guess. I'll just mana leak it. I guess. Maybe should have brought in the Cerulean Drake. Me mana leak this does feel the Immortals a bit. That's actually a big threat. Maybe I could have like saved my mana leak for that. I'll find more. I want to do this now in case I drew a mountain. In case I draw a Renegade Doppelganger, that's fine too. 2 turns I actually flip it. I say flip it. I mean, I should say adapt. I should really like say. I think of it as like a Delver. There are plenty of islands. The flood is real here, but I mean, it helps the Pteramander adapt. There we go. Did it? Alright, so they want unknown and uses their hand here. Okay. I won the clash, I think. I'll put this on the bottom. Uh, I mean, these things don't have reach, so they're just kind of like. They put the mountain on the bottom. So that's their hand. Can't draw another Dreadnought. That doesn't really do anything. Like I said, its Nemesis Immortals is kind of a big deal. So is the Nats Elite, honestly. They're all just kind of big idiots that. So I guess they could. Oh, they have. Whenever you clash, maybe one. Okay. Okay. So that makes a lot of things. Right, these in. We're gonna end this game pretty soon. This actually might be a big deal. At least the unsummon can kind of like take out kind of guys. This is interesting. I think I have to unsummon something next turn. But I definitely want the Pteramander in play as soon as I can. But that means that if I take this, I'd have to take a turn off from adapting. I think I just have to pass. I could still like unsummon something and like adapt it, and then next turn play the Pteramander and adapt that too. And then do a land. Because like any like these big drops, I'm just unsummoning. And they can't really pay for a clash for anything right now. My head feels like not super low. Right, they got the Nemesis. That's just going right back in their hand. Said tempo. This card's tempo. I think I told this story. I think I told a story in several, uh, another deck text. But I had a friend when I used to go to FNM's tours. The guy was playing a tempo deck, but like I don't know, you wouldn't like really. I don't think you knew what the card meant. So he would just like point to a card, like, see this card? This card's tempo, dude. But he said it in such a smooth way. It's like, this is tempo. You know, it's just like, this is tempo. Look at that. But it was just so funny. We used to kind of like reminisce about that. But that is a really tempo. That actually literally is a tempo play. Get it twisted there. So get another Terramander. Get attack for 5. The Nemesis is not a big deal. I think I can adapt this as well pretty soon. I'm gonna opt now. I might find a trick bind. Let me just opt now. I might be able to find something good. Sure. This is just gonna keep fueling. I can still find a trick bind, and I'd rather have a 12-12 than a flying. That shit's not bad, actually. I'm gonna take this. So they've really got to find something for this these flyers here, because this is actually lethal now. The Tamarind can just adapt for like 2, and so they've got to kill some things. This thing's gonna be a 7/4. I really like this shell. This is a good backup plan for like this thing. So I really enjoy this shell so far. I don't have to block. Good. They've drawn a lot of lands. I already know their hand here. Okay. I found the trick too. So I don't know what they could do here. This thing can't block flyers. It's like the only like trap card they have. Like I said, the peak was actually pretty helpful too. Kind of like lets me like shape this game plan. Like that's why Gitax Pro's so great, because yeah, you got it. It doesn't have reach, so it's like I still choose the trick bind for this. Alright. The flyers get there. Didn't need the trick bind this time, but the flyers definitely got there this time. Got another match with the Pain Dreadful Trick Bind Dreadnought list. I roll. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Sure, why not? I haven't played the Doppelganger yet. That may be one of the worst cards in the deck, but yeah. I could find a Doppelganger here. That'd be like the ideal dream. Mono Black. Mono Black has some ways of dealing with this thing. I like the file, but like stuff like Doomblade would be really good. Okay, this thing could die to any defile, so it's not like super like, you know, not like it's very vulnerable. Be still my beating heart here. Am I gonna live the dream? Live the dream. Oh god, I think. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I might not. Let's see how they react. I could like Dizzy Spell for another Dreadnought. Let's put Sun Trigger last. I want to see what they do here. They don't like kill this, but yes, I would like to use this. Okay, then I'm gonna just Trick Bind this. Okay, so now I have a big 12/12 coming in. So let's say I have like a Doomblade. This is like, I think, pretty good. I was waiting for like a Defile or something. So next turn I could just get a Dizzy Spell out and just do this again. Or they just might be dead. Maybe just straight dead right here. I could Dizzy Spell for another Dreadnought. I'm really impressed with Dizzy Spell here. Honestly. For situations like this is very good. Like, what do you do? You can't like Gatekeeper this. You die. You die to that. They had to have removal soul for this guy right there, but I had a mana leak. And then I just let that go. I get the next Dizzy Spell. I get another guy. Oh my god. That was sweet. They conceded the match. Oh gosh. I was like, that's it. I'm done. Alright, we get into the match of our Penny Dreadful um, Mono Blue Dreadnought deck. That was really funny. I don't know. That's just that the concession. I was like, I'm still surprised nothing happened. I'm gonna keep this hand. Pretty decent, actually. Double Terramander with a Mana Leak backup. Dreadnought for something later. It's been really fun. It's kind of right up my alley. Of course, of like blue tempo decks. Got a bit of reach. Definitely can see some improvements too. Sure. I'm gonna hold up Mana Leak for now. Just attack for one. I played so many blue tempo decks back in season 15, so I think I'm just like this is like kind of right back in my alley. That I'm like a one-trick pony. I play all sorts of decks. I think if you looked at this season, I played like every style of deck. Maybe not like I think I really like played any like pure aggro decks. I have, but just not on the deck decks. Order of the Stars. Yeah, it should be okay. I guess we're playing the prison deck. This could be an interesting matchup. I don't have like blue bounce spells for like permanents, so I have to like counter them. That's why I was thinking about voicing. I'm gonna keep that on top. Just gonna play the Jin. Something like a story circle could be really annoying. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna try to kill them as fast as I can. One of the weaknesses is that it gets flyers. I have like Archon of Sun's Grace to kind of like beat that. So, story circle would be also really annoying. That'd be a very annoying card to see right now, as I'm kind of tapped out. One thing this deck kind of lacks is like wrath effects. So the other card to be annoying to see is Worship. I can't really deal with this card right now. I actually can't deal with it at all. So I don't want to see a Worship yet. But Worship's 4 mana, so I can just like wait. They could go like Nevermore, name Mana Leak into Worship. That'd be really annoying. Okay, they're gonna banish it like probably the Jin. A little unfortunate I didn't have my dive down ready. I was just kind of like hoping to dodge that. The Dreadnought. Yeah, I'm looking just to get rid of the Worship. It's gonna be a bit rough. I think I'll need some other outs to that. I kinda have to counter an Archon of Sun's Grace too, though. The card gets kind of out of hand in a hurry. I'm gonna have to counter this. Sadly, I kinda don't want to counter it, but it's kinda rough. One thing this deck lacks, and I've been saying this forever, I think it needs to play like Idyllic Tutor. If you're playing this enchantment based sort of like prison deck where you need certain cards at certain times, I think tutoring is so important. Or like 0 card advantage, and like Idyllic Tutor would just help your deck immensely. If you want to play this style of deck, I think Idyllic Tutor is so widely like underplayed. But like I said, I don't want to see a Worship at any point in this game. Present for Aids, I can just dive down this. Pretty sweet counterspell. One card I considered also for this deck is Curse of Scroll, but for things like this, just having a damage source would be very nice too. Let's see, there's a story circle. I have to lapse this for now. Actually, I don't know. Well, once they untap though, it's really bad. Like story circle's not super great against the Dreadnought, so maybe I'm trying to drive him to a Trick Bind here. Put that on the bottom for now. I think I'm just like, okay, that's good. A really good card. I may leak the next thing. The plan is here. The plan is like right here, attacking with these Terramanders. And I can start transforming them or adapting, whatever, making them bigger at some point. Me make thing big. I need to do adapt. I have to adapt them as quickly as I can. If they're playing, it's just to play the story circle, which is they're just redrawn off their memory lapse. You know what? I'm gonna let this through. I think. So now that the story circle in their hand, these guys can start like attacking through these things. I'm gonna let that through. And I think it's a little awkward, but I think the story circle is just gonna be a worse plan. Gonna have to hold back for a second. It's on a cast trigger. Okay, it just enters the battlefield trigger. Fine. It will not enter the battlefield. Really need to draw some lands, I think. The Jin can kind of like overwhelm this board as well soon. I think this deck could be so much better with call it. Go, by the way. Idyllic Tutor. I think it's gonna be so good. It's kind of annoying, but I could pay for this eventually. Okay, I was just trying to melee the story circle. If they don't play it, then I just adapt something here. Adapt this guy. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can't activate it. That's so annoying. I could have actually activated this in response, but then I can't counter the story circle. Counter. That's kind of annoying. I can't. It takes like a billion more to activate. Adapt. Once you get to like 1 here, I don't think it goes negative. I can test that. I guess this is the time to test. I have a free attack. Can't really adapt. My other Terramander with only 1 mana. I don't know if I could like dive down this with fall. It's not like Shroud. It's a lot different. I think I have to auto skip to Worship. I don't think I could actually beat a Worship. I have to let this through. It's kind of annoying, but it's just something that has to happen. Like I still have the Dreadnoughts, so like the Story Circle's not the end of the world. The Worship, I think, is the end of the world. I'm gonna play the Jin. It's kind of risky here, but the other side of the board's looking a little scary. Take a turn off. I mean, they could just drop a Worship. I think it's just game if they drop a Worship. Yeah. Let's see. Order. I just hate the pro blue guy. It's kind of a detriment to these like monocolored decks, or like, and they can just never block because I don't have I can only deal it through like combat damage. Ugh, that's annoying. Okay, let's just concede. Let's just run to the next one. Bit annoying, but it is what it is. Sideboard. So I don't really like unsummon this matchup. They only really play like 8 creatures, half of them you can't even target. So I'm gonna actually run with the negates here. Whirlwind Denial could be okay. It's actually just an extra counter spell. So I think I just need a bunch of counter spells in this matchup. Dive Down is not bad. It counters like Banishing Light, or whatever. Maybe I'll need a bunch of peaks. I could Trick Bind some things here and there. Trick Bind I think is still pretty good. Just run like this super counter heavy suite. I could bring an Undo against like Archons, but it's even worth it. We're just trying to like get a threat down. So this is a classic out of control plan here. Get a threat down, protect it. That's like the main goal here. That's why I like dive down to this matchup. This is another matchup I wish I had Void Snare, which I might add in the deck, or Disperses, something like that. You need like permanent base action against this deck. Otherwise, I have to like literally just counter it on the stack. This hand could be okay if I had another land. I could try it. Try it. I don't know what would I cut though. What do I put on the bottom? The Dreadnought? I could draw a Trick Bind. Dizzy spell, I think. Mulligan to 6 as well. I'm gonna peek first. I might want to opt. I'm gonna opt instead. How much? I mean, I could like respond to. Okay, that's reasonable and keep that. Looking for a Trick Bind. Pretty great. Although they could just like kind of O-ring the thing on their third turn. I guess that's fine. At least this way I can kind of figure out if I can just like run up the Dreadnought. Double Oppressive Raise a Worship. 3 lane. It's a Doppelganger. It's not bad. I could double raise this, I guess. Kind of annoying though. I don't know. Maybe I should have run that out with like no sort of backup. I can also just like unsummon my guy, and I don't have unsummons in my deck. Never mind. I can also think that this is just nothing, but I would definitely. Okay, the reprobationed it. Draw from that. I need one more land. I can't let the worship hit the battlefield, so. And he gets played. Probably gets Whirlwind Denialed here. I don't mind paying for the Oppressive Raise here. The second one is a bit annoying, but I'll pay for the first one. Man. But I can't, like... I have to let the first one through, because I can't let the worship hit the field. Like I said, I can't let that happen. This is just a Whirlwind Denial the Oppressive Raise. Can I? I don't know. I have no idea. I think I could. It only costs like 3 to attack. That's pretty fine with me. I think they know I'm holding I think they know I'm holding a Mana Leak, which they kinda should, the way I've been playing. I don't mind getting in here for 3. Big deal. They could put another raise down. That would effectively stop it. Again, I don't really mind. We can just find another answer or threat. This is fine to me. We'll eventually come in and kill them. Paladin in the back. How much do we care about this? Not much, really. I don't really care about that much. This is a random creature that attacks. Put that on top. It's pretty decent. I'm gonna just pause for now. Two cards left. Just the worship and now two new cards. Tricky spot. Yeah. Bring it. I cannot let the worship hit the battlefield. It's like one of the things I cannot let happen. I guess. Fishing light. I'm gonna whirlwind denial this. It's kind of bad because like if they play like another land, then I can pay for the mana leak. My one trick pony here, but what's gonna happen? I also could have just like let that like stay on the battlefield. I didn't even think about that. I think I want to end this game sooner than later though. Like, if they take this and I play the Terramander, this thing like transforms pretty well. If they draw a land, I'm dead. Because I think I should have just mana leaked the Banishing Light instead of like had the Whirlwind Denial. Like their only play is to like play the worship to stay alive, and then I have to kill all their creatures. Which I can't. I can't actually do because I don't. So I have to get leaked here. This should be game. Yeah, Terramander is pretty good here. Guess they could like reprobation this. It's all good. Ooh, I didn't have enough mana to do that. That sucks. Yeah, let them live a turn. I should pop this now before I untap. Because the adapt trigger, like, once the cost is paid, like, I get to do it. Yeah, so they have to do that now. That's a bit annoying. I have a lot of draws though. I could draw another Jin for this. I could draw another Dreadnought. That'd be really good. I could draw a Dizzy Spell. One more island would kill them. Okay, well we're just top decking at this point. Actually, wait, this gets in. Yeah, this just kills them. Hold on. Yes. Okay. I didn't even see that. I was like, wait, oppressive raise is not that oppressive. Wait a minute. Okay. Maybe I do have to bring in some counter magic or some like bounce spells. So maybe like undos could be okay. They kept those random creatures in, so maybe I have to like at least I have like a dizzy spell to like look for it. So the peak was really nice. I think actually I want that peak. I want that opt. I don't know. Maybe I just randomly wanted unsummon. I don't know. I don't think it's worth it, honestly. I could keep the unsummon in here, just in case something crazy happens. I think it's better than having undo in my deck. At least I could like tutor for it. This is a good hand. I can keep this. Terramander plus like disruption is very strong against this deck. Can't stop the turn one Order of the Stars. Not a big deal. I can deal with the worship and other things in different ways. I got lucky that it didn't draw a land for that worship draw. 6, okay. It's fine. Also, my guy is kind of like vulnerable to like a pacifism like effect. I have another one now, so hold up memory lapse or anything. Opt as well. One card I was thinking about playing is Lore Crassus as a mutate spell that gets back like random like instants or sorceries for 2 mana. Actually, still am thinking about it. Got to opt. I was talking about something I completely forgot to opt there. It's my bad. I'll opt this turn. We'll just keep hitting lands, I think. I have plenty of counter magic. Yeah, that's bueno. Could have actually memory lapsed a bunch of times. Um, but I think just a straight negate's fine. I want to keep some lapses for like some random creatures. See, now I'm not really gonna have a chance to opt. I'm gonna opt once, just so I can try to hit a land drop. And hold up memory lapse still. The Trick Bind. Actually, I'm gonna keep that for now. I don't know what a save time is for me to play this Dreadnought. Not sure. I don't think I could tap out at this point. Until I run out of counter spells, I guess. I could Trick Bind the trigger here. Or I can just memory lapse this. I think I'm just gonna memory lapse this. Buy a lot of time. I'll find like a dive down or something. Another Dreadnought. It's bottom. It's a bit expensive right now. Okay, I found a mana leak. You guys are dangerously close to flipping. I think I'm just gonna memory lapse a bunch of things. They've kind of shown they're not really playing a lot of spells. They do another land. But the mana leak's really bad. So I'm gonna lapse this. Okay, so I'm gonna Trick Bind the Banishing Light trigger. I think it's the most optimal play. Just I need to keep my guys in the field here. I love memory lapse. I think 4 is the right number and 3 mana leaks is the correct number too. Absolutely. I'm gonna Trick Bind this. Can't be responded to. Okay, adapt this guy. I don't have to. It's not a lethal attack, so I can just wait. The Whirlwind now has a really good draw too. Basically like a very expensive mana leak. But this is lethal, so they have to like do something. Even if it's something I can't mean, like I can just denial the Banishing Light trigger or something. I could denial like whatever. Um Alright, the aggro control strategy did it. It's a bunch of counter spells, a couple Terramanders, no big deal. What's up, guys? Your boy Jimmick here, back with the final thoughts of the Mono Blue Dreadnought deck. 4-1, pretty decent record. Got a funny concession though, but I decided to take that win because I thought it was just like, I don't know. I think if you play at least one game and the guy just like gets up and leaves, it's like, all right, I got super beat. The deck was good. Deck's a lot of fun. You know, it's a very like, you know, just aggro control style. Like you can get sometimes quick dreadnoughts kill people. I think it's really good against like at least red based aggro. Even like white based aggro is a little harder because it can have like O-ring effects, things like that. The doppelganger is like kind of weird card. I think it's good overall. Like the thing I forgot you could do is if you have a doppelganger in play and you have this trigger, you could stack the triggers where you get this transform first, and then you can keep your dreadnought in play by sacrificing the copied trigger. So that's a play you can make. I think most of the time this thing just gets in and turns back to a 0-1. So those are another random plays you could make. I really liked Dizzy Spell. I thought it was really good. I love tutoring, so I kind of want to expand on the Dizzy Spell kind of plan. I actually want to really play Void Snare, so I might I'm gonna do this now while I'm just here. I might just change this Unsummon to Void Snare. I maybe play like a couple in the sideboard. I think I had trouble with like permanents that are already on the battlefield, so play like maybe like another Void Snare, maybe like another Unsummon, something like that. I'm not really sure. Maybe just like this, something like this, maybe. But yeah, Void Snare is just a good like kind of like catch-all plan. I want to try to jam another Dizzy Spell on this list. I don't know where I could put it. Peak was okay. I think like Peak is like fine. The spell. I like a Peak though. Another Dizzy Spell. Just having like that kind of versatility is really nice. Peak was really good at just kind of like I got to like, you know, shape my game plan around their hand, so in certain matchups, so that was really good. I don't think I need like 4 of them though. Opt was really nice. Obviously, it's a good like sort of dig spell. I would like to see other dig spells. Some of the other lists play like Discovery Dispersal, or like you can play like Anticipate. I like Anticipate a lot because this deck really plays on instant speed level. Like a lot of the games I won was like Terramander plus like tons of like negates and mana leaks. So that's something you can really think about. Actually, I just might play the 4th negate. I think about it. I like 2 Void Snares enough. Even can just like I like the Unsummon too though. I think get some creature decks. I don't know. Maybe I just go to 1 Dizzy Spell and like 2 Voids, 2 of these, and then just play 4 Unsummons in the sideboard. Maybe. I don't really know. This was really good. This card's really good. Like sometimes you have like the Trick Bind, but no Dreadnought, so you can go get the Dreadnought with the Dizzy Spell. Sometimes you need to kill something, so you have an Unsummon. You kind of get in. One time I just tutored for Terramander because it was a 5/5 for like 2. So I mean, it's great. I think this card's like really good. And I'm definitely liking the second one in here. Tempest Gen is great. Obviously, you play a bunch of islands. The whole deck was even Trick Bind. Like, what did I Trick Bind? I Trick Bind a bunch of things. I Trick Bound like you should a Pyromancer trigger. Trick Bound a Banishing Light trigger. It has just so many uses. It's just a good versatile card. But yeah, maybe I play this deck a little more. I don't know. Not really sure. There's only not really much time left in the season. About 2 weeks from the recording of this video. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. Like I said in the beginning of the video, this is the last deck tech for season 16. So I hope you enjoyed everything. Hope you enjoyed like the new formats of the thing, the new not the new formatting of the videos. I want to say not the new format. This whole season's been great. I think it's been actually a really fun season, and I think 17 will be just as great. We'll see. But yeah, just like, comment, subscribe. What do you think about the season, or you know about the new like you know style of the videos? I think the what do you call it? The thumbnails have been really nice and flashy, so that's been a lot of fun. It's really fun to make. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. Appreciate it. And I will see you in season 17.